The St. Lucia Civil Service Association, which represents public servants attached to the Department of Planning, advised workers to vacate the mold-infested premises this week. The directive came after claims that several rounds of talks had taken place between the government and the union about the extent of the problem, with little to no resolve. Speaking on the issue on Wednesday, attaché to the Prime Minister Nancy Charles says, while the entire Graham Louise building is affected by the mold problem, it is more acute on some floors. She informed that plans are being made to address the issue permanently. However, she stressed that a contractor has been hired to deal with the issue in the short term.
It is something very early into our term in office we were appraised of. We have had discussions with the staff and with also the heads of department. And one of the agreements was that we would have commissioned a CAFRA report to test the air quality in those places, and based on that report we would have made a decision. We have been waiting for the report, but in the meantime the government was also taking some short-term measures with reference to, I think, floor number 2. So what had happened over the weekend is that the contractor had come in and they were doing some remedial works to assist with the situation.
Charles says reports suggesting that the union had asked workers to stay home came as a surprise when, according to her, it was the permanent secretary who gave workers permission to vacate their posts. She expressed disappointment about the union's decision not to follow the prescribed industrial relations practices in dealing with grievances.
Nobody around the table was aware that the union had been consulted and that the union had given that directives. And so you would appreciate or think that in normal industrial relations, if a matter like that is brought up to the union, maybe 1 or 2 staff members called to complain about a situation, then the union would have consulted with the government and said, we're hearing these complaints, find out what exactly is going on before giving such directives. However, we did call the union to a meeting yesterday, and only to find out it was really a misunderstanding and a miscommunication. We have agreed yesterday, we gave the staff the rest of the day off. The contractor came in to try and to complete the works. We will be doing an assessment, I think, sometime later today.
Meanwhile, Charles has disclosed that a report from CAFA on the Land Registry offices has been submitted to the government and is currently being reviewed. Sherry Ann Gaylord Williams, NBC News.